Why people stay outside of the fear of financial instability is there's nothing more worse than having a homeless heart, fresh out of shelter. You feel me? That's called heartbreak. People are searching for love all day. And when they're searching for love, they're really searching for heart security. They're really searching for their heart to have a home. You feel me? And when their heart finds a home, it's not easily to be evicted. Even if the mind is saying, yo, this is toxic, the mind can be ready to leave, but the heart is like, man, I'm not moving out yet. I don't want to be homeless. You feel me? I love my security. You know what I mean? And so when people really love you, I mean, you know, a lot of this stuff, people really love who they with, man. You know what I mean? And then when it gets toxic, the heart is not ready to go. It's not ready to abandon ship, even if the mind is ready. You know what I mean? So that's why people stay longer and stuff than they should. You know, that's why people don't leave. And especially one of the other reasons why people don't leave is when you're the builder of a thing, it's not easily for you to tear down your own shit, your own house, when you put so much work into building it. You know what I mean? So it's easier for people who haven't built the ship to tear it down. If you haven't built it and you're just a receiver, it's easy for you to tear it up because you haven't put the work in to build it. But the person who had the responsibility of building something, they just not gonna just tear that down, man, just because somebody's being irresponsible in the relationship. You know, the more responsible party in the relationship, just because you're being irresponsible when you're part of the relationship, the other party who's really responsible won't allow your irresponsibility to make them irresponsible. So they'll tolerate and tolerate because they're not going to abandon their responsibility. They're not going to abandon what they're called to cover. They're not going to abandon what they're called to uphold. They're not going to abandon what they're called to give strength to. You feel me? So they'll endure the hardship of a marriage or a relationship that somebody else is not taking care of their responsibility and making sure the security of the relationship is strong. They'll just stay in it even if it's broken because they're not going to abandon their responsibility. It's hard for a good person to abandon responsibility. You feel me? It's not easy. You feel me? And when people don't respect what you built, they'll tear it down, especially if they can tear it down, and tearing that down helps even build them up. That's why you got prenups and stuff in place, because people will tear your stuff down, because in tearing your stuff down, they're going to get built up on the back end. You know what I'm saying? So people stay in stuff longer. They're like, I'm not tearing this stuff up, man. I worked too hard to get this stuff built. And I'm not going to let your irresponsibility cause me to be irresponsible. So when you get somebody who's fed up enough to tear down their own house that they built, you really know you messed up. You took it all the way there. You feel me? Because it's not easy for people to do that. So that's why people stay in stuff longer than what they should. You know what I mean? Because the heart is not easily to be separated from the home that has been secure in. So I hope this bless somebody. Be blessed.